Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tech Review series. In today's video, I'm going to take you inside an 11 kilowatt solar charger and show you exactly what's under the hood. Let's get started. This MPPT charger comes in at around $90. But what really makes it stand out is its ridiculously high input voltage capability. It can handle up to 480 volts DC, which is far beyond what you typically see, as most MPPT chargers cap out below 200 volts DC. On the output side, it delivers up to 60 amps of charging current and supports battery systems up to 192 volts. That translates to roughly 12 12-volt lead-acid batteries in series, or a 52S lithium pack. At the full 192-volt configuration, the manufacturer claims a peak charging power of up to 11.5 kilowatts. In reality, though, most users won't run anything close to that. A more common setup would be a 48-volt system, where you're realistically looking at around 3.6 kilowatts of charging power. I'm going to tear it down now and show you what's inside this unique charger. Disassembly is straightforward. There are just 4 screws holding the top cover in place. There's no warranty seal either, so you can open it up without any hassle. The display board is connected to the main board via a cable. It also has its own microcontroller and communicates with the main board over a serial interface. This large capacitor here is actually a supercapacitor. It acts as a backup power source for the real-time clock, allowing the system clock to keep running even when the charger is completely disconnected from power. The black PCB actually looks pretty clean, and you can clearly see it's divided into multiple functional sections. This small yellow transformer here is part of the auxiliary power supply. It steps down the voltage from the solar input and battery to generate stable 12-volt and 5-volt rails for the MCU, cooling fan, and other control circuitry. The topology used is a flyback converter built around the UC3843 controller IC. This smaller transformer is an auxiliary supply that generates plus or minus 15 volt rails for the gate driver stage. The manufacturer taps a signal from the main transformer to feed this secondary supply. Why plus or minus 15 volts? At these voltage and current levels, using MOSFETs wouldn't be the most practical choice. Instead, the design uses 4 high-voltage IGBTs along with 2 inductors to form an interleaved buck converter. To drive IGBTs properly, especially to ensure fast and reliable turn-off, a negative gate voltage is required. That's exactly why this design includes a minus 15-volt rail alongside the plus 15-volt supply. It uses a 500-volt, 150 microfarad input capacitor from Nichicon, along with a 250-volt, 470 microfarad output capacitor. The input cap is running pretty close to its voltage limit at 480 volts. Honestly, a 550-volt rated capacitor would have been a safer choice here. Up top, there's also an unused fan header. If you want, you can easily add another fan to improve airflow over the inductors, which do tend to run quite hot under load. Right in the center, there's a large aluminum heatsink with plenty of fins, and that makes perfect sense. This buck stage is only about 92% efficient, so the remaining power is dissipated as heat. If that heat isn't removed quickly enough, the IGBTs can easily overheat and fail. Personally, I think the manufacturer should have added an airflow guide, something like a plastic shroud mounted over the heatsink. That would help channel the fan's airflow directly through the fins, improving cooling efficiency, while also reducing dust buildup on the surrounding components. These 4 smaller MOSFETs are used to switch the charger's load output. It's a pretty useful feature if you're running this in applications like garden lighting or street lights. The load can automatically turn on at night or operate based on a preset schedule. It's already getting dark, so I can't test it with my solar setup right now. I'll do a proper charging performance test in a separate video. For now, let me walk you through the setup process. This MPPT charger has two configuration modes. If you simply press the Set button, it enters the basic settings menu. In this mode, you can adjust things like keeping the backlight always on or letting it turn off after a few minutes. You can also configure the load output, either always on, controlled by sunlight, day-night, or based on a timer. On top of that, you can reset the accumulated solar energy data and switch the system language. It supports two options, Chinese and English. Now let's jump into the advanced settings. Press and hold both the ESC and Set buttons for a few seconds. Then enter the default password 1111 and hit OK to access the advanced menu. From here, you can configure the battery voltage and battery type. It supports a wide range of options, including LiFePO₄, lithium-ion, lead-acid, sealed lead-acid, and more. Just below that, you can adjust the charging current, configure the load output, and fine-tune various voltage thresholds to match your setup. There's also an option to reset everything back to factory defaults if needed. That pretty much covers this unique MPPT charger. Overall, I think it's a solid unit, even though it still has a few minor drawbacks. There's also an optional Wi-Fi version that costs about $20 more. With Wi-Fi, you can monitor and configure the charger remotely from anywhere with an internet connection, which is actually quite a nice feature. In the next video, I'll run a detailed test on its charging performance. Stay tuned.